Oh man. Alright guys, so what we're gonna do here is part 2 of the saving mentality. Now, so we're just getting into what the saving mentality is. So just to give you a recap, already we've went over the spending mentality, desire, self-control. A brief test on how your mind is, positive or negative. You got a little note on how the mind works and the how it interprets symbols and how everything is considered a symbol. We went over how habits formed, and now we're getting into the saving mentality. So pay yourself first. You'll hear me say this time and time again in all of my videos. You have to pay yourself first. Before you pay anything else, take 10% of your money. Again, if 10% is a little too much from you at first, take a smaller percentage and save it. The most important thing is that you set a certain percentage and you agree to pay yourself that every single month or every single time you get paid, and you take it out every single time. Set a set percent of everything you make, whether it be tips, whether it be a bonus you get, whether it be your salary, whether it be money from a business you formed, whatever it is. Set a certain percent of your money aside. This money is to be invested, and again, I don't move my money unless it makes me 10% or more. I recommend you don't move your money unless it makes you 10% or more. Later on in our videos, we'll go over investments that'll definitely make you a 10% return on investment or higher. If you don't know where to get that kind of return, for right now, start getting whatever kind of return you think you can get on your money. Just make sure it's growing for you, because money over time does lose its value, and it's not worth saving anything. Whether or not you know this, I know it's kind of going off on a tangent, but America no longer has money. We have currency. In the given history, all currencies have eventually dropped to zero. Currency loses its value when it's not in motion. So you must keep your currency in motion and make it grow and gain you interest. It's the only way to keep up with inflation. So again, putting aside, saving a little bit of your money and putting it aside makes you want to earn more, because you know that every little bit you earn more is going to be more that goes into your savings. And trust me, guys, it gets very addictive once you see how quick that savings builds up with just a little percentage of your money getting put away every month. Um, with the saving mentality, though, unlike the spending mentality, the more you have and the more you make, the more you'll have. The more you'll have put away. You'll never be more broke than you are today. And tomorrow you'll always have more money than you had yesterday. It doesn't matter, because that money will always be growing. You'll always be adding to that money, and you'll feel rich. It really helps you just feel rich. It helps you feel wealthy. It's a great feeling to have. I highly recommend, and I hope you guys listen to me on the saving mentality, and you guys start saving and building yourself some wealth. Don't let yourself be broker tomorrow than you are today. Don't promise your wealth away. Don't promise monthly payments that you don't know if you can afford. You don't know if your company is going to go out of business. Like, look at Wonder Bread recently. Wonder Bread went out of business. There's no more Twinkies. Who would have thought Twinkies is going to go out of business? I'm pretty sure that those workers probably didn't have any idea too far in advance until they got the note that they were laid off because their company went under. And that can happen to any company. So it's not security to work for somebody else. Don't promise those payments away because you don't know if you can make them. That's why we're devoting another video to getting out of debt, because it's something that I believe in that you should definitely do, because you don't know if you can always make those payments. Now, sorry for getting off on another tangent there on you guys. Again, the more you make, the more you'll have. So you'll always be richer than you were yesterday. And again, this is one of the biggest keys to wealth, is creating that. Because no matter what, when you make some money, you'll have more money. I know that's a little bit redundant, but I'm just trying, and it's so simple, but I'm trying to slam that in your head, because no matter how simple it is and how redundant it is, people still don't do it. I don't know why. Um, so again, it's used to make you more money. Now, pretty soon, after a few years of putting this money away, it might take you a few years even, especially if you're in a low-paying job, like, say, something like fast food, or, I'm not trying to bash or anything like fast food. You know, I've definitely worked those kind of jobs, and you can make it out pretty simply with this saving mentality. Might take you a little bit longer, but if you give it a year or two and you start having a good nest egg saved up, you know, you'll have $5,000 to $10,000 at least saved up after a year or two of just saving 10% of your money. And if you use that money to start making you money, after a few more years, pretty soon, that money is going to be making you more money than your job is. And when that happens, it's a beautiful thing. And pretty soon that money is going to be making you so much money that it's going to pay all your bills for you. Now, when that money is paying all your bills for you and you have a little bit left over as well, who needs a job anymore? Exactly. So when you go do what you want, get paid whatever it is that they're willing to pay you because it's what you love to do and it doesn't seem like work. You know, go start your own business, go work somewhere if that's what you want to do. A lot of people enjoy being employees. They like working for other people and doing things that they love. But, you know, it's up to you. At that point, you can do that, and it doesn't matter what you're getting paid. Um, Again, that money is never to be spent. It's your money. It's only for investments. Now, if you happen to lose on an investment, just take that as a learning experience. Never give your money to fools. Again, I recommend The Richest Man in Babylon. I highly recommend that book for learning how to use money. Read between the lines, guys. Um, money saved. One last final note on saving. Well, just on the saving mentality is money's saved to buy something is nothing more than money spent in advance. I know a lot of people who tell me they're saving money, and they have $10,000 saved, and I say, "Oh, that's fantastic. What are you gonna do with that $10,000?" And they say, "Oh, well, I'm saving up to buy a new car." That's not savings, guys. That's you spending money in advance. Again. Now, again, it's saving you money by buying it cash. Definitely props to you for doing that, but don't call it saving. You know, I'm holding money to buy a car, maybe. Um, Something like that, but don't call it saving. Alright, so now we're just going to go to just one final note on everything. Don't live below your means, guys. Increase your means. I'm a huge fan of Robert Kiyosaki. I highly recommend a lot of his books as well. I know I plug a lot of people on my things. I'm not getting paid. I'm not an affiliate of any of these people. I don't have any links as of right now. I may put them up eventually. But I highly recommend these people just because they've helped me a lot in my businesses and the things that I've done. So don't live below your means, increase your means. What that means, guys, is if you want something, go out and invest and make a profit from that investment to pay for the new little shiny toy that you want. That way you're never spending more money than you have. A new definition of your means, guys, though, is 90% of what you make. You can spend 90% of what you earn on whatever you want. Your bills, whatever it happens to be. Spend 90% on whatever you want, but save that 10%. Don't invest your money on your own foolish desires, okay? Nobody knows enough to invest money on their own when they first start out. So take the advice of people who are where you want to be and go there, follow them, do what they do. And trust your money in the hands of people with a lot of it. People with a lot of money, they know what they're doing with money, so make sure that those are the people that you trust for advice with your money. Don't believe people who tell you that your money can have magical powers and grow huge sums of money, and you know you can create 10,000% on your investment if you just do this, do that. You know, don't trust your money with those kind of people. If it's any kind of recurring fee with anything that tells you that they can make you money, I wouldn't recommend doing it. Especially if they're giving you wild returns on your money and promise you no work. If it sounds too good to be true, people, it probably is. Look into them. Check the Better Business Bureau. Check them out. Make sure that they know what they're doing and they have money before you listen to them. Even me. Go do research on the things that I'm telling you. Thank you guys. I hope you've enjoyed these sets of videos.